19th of December 2020. We're doing Walk the Park, guys. A lot of traffic today. It looks like Bass Pro got a lot of. I try to get those last Christmas gifts in. How many you got?
11:24.
24. It's nippier today, doesn't it?
Yep.
Like early this morning down the boulevard. Walking job. They're pretty tech. Oh, there he is. There's a little falcon. See him in the tree over there?
Oh.
You guys are back to you.
Let's see.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Cool. What are we going to talk about today, guys? There's never not nothing much to talk about, is there? Oh, there's 1,000 things. Let's talk about one other good YouTuber is BP Earthwatch. Check his YouTube channel out. He talks a lot about comets, asteroids, different things like that. Interesting stuff. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with any other YouTube channel, but he gives good informative information out there. Check it out. Like I said, guys. So what's everybody think about this cyberpunk 2077? We don't think it's that bad. I mean, everybody's, I guess, I don't know.
Sure.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty good. I think probably in a month or two they'll have it even more perfected. Really.
I mean, my God, Call of Duty's it's still shutting down the new Xbox, or
Well,
it doesn't shut it down now.
they
But what it
fixed
does, it causes it to pop out there.
I did hear someone say on the original Xbox that they've had it shut it down lately.
I mean, that's just yeah, but you don't hear them all having a. I mean, my God, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's the only game that does that. I haven't run. The old Call of Duty doesn't crash it. But I guess there's been people even across PC that have been having issues with the game, like crashing.
Has anybody addressed what causes it? I mean, we're still.
They've had that board post up for weeks now, and they still haven't fixed it. They just said it shows it's at the top of their issue list.
Is it a software problem? I mean, or is it a hardware problem with the new box?
I mean, it's happening across computers too, though, so it's got to be the game issue.
Yeah, but the other older Xboxes don't seem to be having that much trouble. We were getting errors before, but then they seem like they fixed that.
I wonder if it has to do with the rate or some of the other stuff that's included.
I mean, yeah, I know they always say about that, but I still think the way it was shutting down automatically, it's almost like it was getting a code or signal in between on all that.
Right.
I mean, why would it shut down then?
Right. I wonder.
I mean,
right.
I didn't really see any detail on the laptops to see what they were saying and how they were acting, but how that goes. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. So, strange stuff. Well, we're happy with it.
Yep.
Thank God it was a $60 game. It wasn't a $200 game. But I'd be upset if I bought a new Xbox like you and then it was doing what it's doing.
Right. At least it's not shutting off anymore.
No, but you had it last night when we were playing real late. It
Crashed.
Crashed. How
Few
many times?
3 or 4 times.
No, I know it's 4 at least.
And then it's weird. Then sometimes you'll go for an hour or 2 and it won't do anything. It'll be okay. And sometimes it'll crash back to back.
Yeah, but that was just in Nuketown. I mean, it wasn't like it was. I don't know.
It's happened before on zombies also though.
So,
It's just, you never know when it's gonna happen. It's weird.
you know, last night you were standing there running in place. You were stuck.
Right. I think the thing on the original Xbox, it's more or less the reason why it can crash is if you try to make it go too fast. Like if you try to press through the menus too fast, because it can't go at that speed, so it probably crashes on that. But yeah, I don't know why they still haven't really addressed it. It's still happening across
Yeah.
PlayStation, Xbox, and even some computers.
Let's see what I'd like to say. You say some. Did you actually see some on the YouTube stations where it actually said it caused their laptop to completely shut off? See what I'm trying to figure out. Was it something that was set in the software that sent the code to the new Xbox to turn off? Because I mean, like on the Xbox S, there originally we were just getting error, like when it would kick back and crash, and then they seemed to fix it.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean that would make more sense. Just like if you were online and like say you got a website and the website locked on you, but the computer, you don't have to shut the computer down every time. If it locked, you just back out and go back in. Why would that be? Still, that seems to me like there was some kind of signal or something that was embedded in that. I don't know. But they haven't even addressed it. They haven't even told the people. I haven't even heard anything.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, every time they post something, I guess on Twitter, there's a bunch of comments that says like address the crashes and some other stuff too. But
we do like the Christmas lights on Nuketown now.
yeah.
And the nighttime sky. That's cool. I still think there's some issues on that too.
There's always people that kind of joke and say like, it says like the game crashes, it's not, there's bugs in it, and then it says Treyarch's response and it says skins or prop hunt.
Well, like you were talking about, one guy
funny.
was talking about on the sniping on the rifle deal, how it was a little bit off, maybe 2 or 3 dots off to one side. I've noticed that too sometimes when I see like that.
Oh, like you can't lock onto them sometimes.
What do you think about locking on? I mean, it's just like if you were looking at that electric pole, that light pole up there.
It's not
and
accurate.
And the dot was right on that pole. And then you depending on what kind of sight you're using, some of them have those like 4 or 5 dots out, I think, like 3 or 4 or 5 dots out. And when you shoot, it's 3 dots over. Now, okay, what I was going to ask you, what you thought about this, is that like when you set up basically the box itself, remember when you line everything up, could that have to do with that, or do you think it's got to do with just the game itself?
I'd say it's probably something with the game.
But my issue, I'll go back to the grenade. This is my issue. If you throw the grenade, last night, threw a grenade, landed at the guy's feet before I got shot. I got shot in the deal. But then you could see the grenade at the guy's feet, but then it didn't go off. Now, to me, realistically, if you throw the grade's got to land where it's supposed to hit, and it should go off and take the character out in the game. I mean, I've noticed that several times. Or like say if you take it, you throw it through the air, and you get shot, the grenade don't just stop, it just don't disappear. But yeah, but that's what happens in the game. It's like,
I wonder if that's not an issue with the Simtex, because one time I was gonna throw it and I got shot, and it just landed on the ground right in front of me.
I don't know, but I know that sometimes when you throw those grenades, I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but last night I got a perfect view of that one. And when I got shot there, that guy basically landed right at his feet.
Right.
And he didn't go off.
Oh my God.
It was like, now, you know that would have went off.
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it seems like they work pretty good, and then sometimes not so much. Some of them.
But, yeah. But sometimes it seems like it won't work very well, and then sometimes not.
Like you said, they might have a magic button they press and go, whoop.
Oh, and that other guy said that, yeah, it's rigged. That one guy, he said, I don't know. I know sometimes those guns, when you play it, sometimes you can't hit nothing with them. It don't make sense. And then, you know, it was about 2 days ago when we were playing. I said something when I was talking to you. I said, I'm not getting nothing. I mean, I was shooting basically at the boards and other stuff. I think it was targeting property. Properly.
Right.
It didn't seem like it was hitting right. It wasn't aiming in right. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what's taking them so long to get it fixed on all the other issues.
Nuketown, but here you go again. Nuketown is what it is. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a lot
of
fun.
And it's a game. So, I mean, you know, I think some of them get too serious about it. I mean, cyberpunk could help them. I think it's because they've been waiting so long for it to come out. People expected so much for it.
Right. And like they said, it's completely different on computer, on cyberpunk. But as far as console goes, they said there's going to be an update for both consoles, the new one and the old one, to make it run smoother eventually. So it's really hard for, I've never really seen any game that's perfect when it first comes out. So I mean,
they all still have bugs. Further you play into the game, it seems like.
But I've never seen it this bad on Call of Duty though. This is the worst year, I think, as far as.
Well, I mean, here you go again. I don't think they should have released it until they had the bug. I mean, they knew that it was causing them to shut down. They knew that there was no way. As they get all the bugs out, and then down the line, maybe I'll get me a new box.
Yeah, I noticed one of the stores was advertising it. It's like, if you can find it, there's.
Well, I thought somebody was advertising they had it. I mean,
right. Target, I think, was showing.
Target.
They were showing it on commercial, but who knows? I know the PlayStations are pretty much impossible to find, obviously.
I never thought that was wrong. I mean, you had a PlayStation, a couple of them too. I mean, I always saw a little bit better graphics on PlayStation. Controller was different a little bit. But
I guess with these new ones, it's kind of dependent on the game. They say some games it performs better on the Xbox, and some games it performs better on the PlayStation.
Right.
I think all the tech people, they watch like the frame count and all that stuff.
You know, you'd have to have full out, all high tech stuff that you're doing. I mean, your router, everything. I mean, all the stuff you got coming in would have to be top of the line and all that stuff. You wanted to make sure everything was right, because all of it's going to affect it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you got to understand.
Definitely.
I mean, it don't matter if you got something that's, you know, the highest speed on this part of it. You don't have all the equipment that's going to run it as good. It's not going to run as fast. Between the routers and everything else, I mean,
Right.
I mean, like when I got my router, what, 2 years ago, I wanted to make sure it could handle like 2 Xboxes at the same time. But there still was a problem at that time period. And that had to do with like the address. We never got it completely worked out on that when we had those 2 regular ones on the
Yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah, because it would slow the other one down, it'd kick the other one out. I mean, it's like the laptops, but the laptops, they each had a different address. So the gaming laptops, you know, I don't know why. Because I think that, what did they say? That Xbox only had, what was it? Either it was 2, no, I think it was 4, wasn't it? 3 or 4? 3 or 4.
3 or 4 what?
Addresses for the boxes, remember? You could go in and change.
Oh yeah, they got.
Boy, we had a time and a half on that. God, we must have spent 40 or 50 hours on that trying to get that corrected. We never got it all the way. Right. But since this is the newer one from the older one, if they're playing it, we don't have a problem with that.
I guess the thing about Call of Duty I don't understand is, instead of releasing all the new content and stuff, why don't they fix the game first instead of releasing new stuff that can break the game more, you know?
Is that the crane way over there? I can't tell for sure.
Over by the
tree?
Let's see here.
It's up on that stump.
Let's see if we can zoom in on it.
It looks like,
Not sure, but
it's way over there.
I can kind of see it, yeah.
I don't think I'll zoom in that far.
Yeah.
I was noticing. see where the stump is?
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't seen the crane in a while, so.
No turtles.
Turtles don't like the cold. Especially at this tent. See, there's a gull up there. When did they come in here about 8 years ago? We first started noticing them coming in. They kind of look like an ocean fish. our goose over there. Get going, doesn't it? We have a big old traffic jam over there on the court, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah. Get them that stuff over there. There's the reindeer car. That reindeer ran. Funny. Anyway, guys, good walk today. Have a good one.